giving accelerator, all things are happening directly by the accelerator is not like that. There are many things going inside the carburetor. We will have a look. Before that, we will understand the parts and what's happening actually inside the carburetor. Please remember, the carburetor has to serve at idling, low speed, medium speed and high speed. So for different actions, the carburetor is acting differently. In order to squeeze out the best from the carburetor, you have to know what actually are existing inside the carburetor and how they are functioning. We will come step by step and we will have a look. The carburetor works on Bornell's principle, a fine spray into the combustion chamber. We will see how to achieve that also. These are piston type carburetors. Before understanding and before tuning a carburetor, let us see what are all the parts a carburetor is containing. So let us start with this one. These both are similar. This is Gelato MA19BS7. You can have a look through this mirror. We will open this. This is Micarb and this is Luna carburetor. We will have a look of what are all the internal parts these carburetors are containing. These are the different sizes of jets and atomizers and needle valve. I modified this little bit for the practical. These both are similar in construction. The only thing is that it have this pressing knob. In case float gets stuck up, we can just give a movement to the float by operating this, whereas in this it is not existing. All dimensions are similar. We will open this now. I already cleaned this and maintained. Now it is in super tuned condition. This point is for operating choke. If you pull this, the choke will be on. One point is getting opened inside of this. We will see it later on. When you give accelerator, this point will be operated. It will get raised and fuel will be fed to the combustion chamber of the engine through this. We will open this. When you open, you will find such type of thing. This is piston and piston is secured to this unit through this ball and spring. It is spring loaded. When you give accelerator and release, it will go back on its own due to its spring tension. Just pull the spring and remove it out. Now remove the spring and now this is the unit. This is the top securing cover. This point is for raising oblique lowering the piston. And you can remove this also. If you remove this, this unit will be separated. You can change, you will get such type of link in automobile shops. Okay, if you open, okay, this is separated. Okay, this is separated. This is the piston. It is containing this throttle needle. You can remove this also. Yes, this is the needle. It has some notches. These notches are for maintaining the lean mixture and the rich mixture. The diameter of this end point is precisely done. It plays very important role in performance of your carburetor with respect to the performance of your motorcycle or scooter. Top cover. This this screw is containing one sealing ring. It is very important to avoid leakage. And the top cover is having one rubber sealant. This is also very important, otherwise the petrol will get leak off. This is the filter. This is the filter. The air is entering from here to the combustion chamber, and when it comes to this point, when air comes to this point, the fuel will get lifted up, the Venturi effect. In this unit, lot of things are happening, not only one thing. And this is the float chamber. This is the fuel inlet. This is the float chamber. This we can call it as a mini fuel tank, from where the fuel comes from the tank and will get accumulated. When you give accelerator according to the speed and load, the fuel will be supplied to this unit. When this unit, this mini tank get filled up, the float will come on top, will close the passage. This point is for tuning. When you open this, it is also spring loaded to avoid self unscrewing. On this, it is having hole also here. This plays very important role in carburetor tuning. This is the sealing. And float chamber is suspending on this point. When you push it, when you push from here, there will be a point here like small shaft. When you remove this, the float unit will come out. See, this is the needle. This is the point where it will be secured to this, and this is the float. On this float, it is written Spaco LIC Delerto. The fuel is entering through this point and it will be filled here. Once it is filled, again through this point, it will come through this. It will come through this hole. This hole. The fuel is okay. The fuel is entering from here. After that, this is the point for securing this screw. Okay. So don't get confused. This is for securing. The fuel will enter through this point. This is the valve which is moving along with the float. This will be connected to the float and it will move along with the float. This will be inside of this here. Once this chamber is filled, the position will be like this. Once the level in the chamber goes down, the float goes down. When float goes down, this needle also comes down. When it is coming down, it is opening the passage of this hole. When the passage is opened, the fuel starts coming from this point through this and through this, and the bowl will be filled. When the bowl is filled up to the desired level, once it is filled fully, this point is going inside this and it is making this shut. When this passage is shut, there will not be any fuel entering to this small tank, this float chamber. You are giving accelerator according to the speed. Let it be low, medium or high speed. That float level in this float chamber will be regulated by this float. This is the cap for removing jet, atomizer and for draining dirty petrol also. When you open this, you will find the jet. This is the main jet. Ahead of that, atomizer is there. Open this. Okay. This is the from here, from this point up to here, this is called atomizer, and this is jet. I will open it and show you. This is the jet and this is the atomizer. When you have a look towards this, now it has become through and through choke unit, and this is for when you have a look, little point of this screw is projecting to this chamber. This is nothing but, see, I am opening it, acts as a guide to the piston. The piston, this piston will go like this, inside this. The important point is, once the piston is in this point, it should not move here and it should go perfectly like this. This screw which is going through this will act as a guide to the piston. It will sit like this, and when the piston moves, it will act as a guide. The piston should not move like this. To avoid that movement, there is a slot provided here. On that slot, this will be inserted, so piston will move exactly in this direction only. This is drain from the choke unit. When you open this, you will find this point and one spring. Inside of this, there is a piston here. I will show you what is that. This is the point. On this point, the spring will fit like this. It is going to the choke cylinder. So when you insert it, remember, the sealing of this base is very, very important. It should not leak. It will go to the choke unit like this. After going, you are securing it. Once it is secured, it will go to the bottom and it will make the air tight. Once it is fitted, basically you are operating the, when you pull this point is getting operated up and down. When you pull, it will come up. When you leave it, due to the spring tension, it will again go down. This is the carburetor kit. Let us see what are all the things it is containing. We will see which sealing ring is playing which role. We will come to that also. We will meet again in the next video.